is because AeroPro training is typically a 3-day course, and
I can tell.
and the 1-day run through is probably just going to be enough to skim off the top, and I'm trying to teach you to fish a little bit. So I expect that you'll have to be using software help files and the PDF files that are in here to start to bridge the gap. So that stuff, super important, and there being the stress of the 2 different applications, AeroPro and Data Display. So if you're looking for something in the display specifically, it's got its own PDF manual, it's got its own software help files. Same thing, AeroPro is separate, it's got its own software help files, it's got its own multitude of PDFs. There's software operation, software reference, that's PDFs, those are on here. In the absence of those, my.mts.com, if you don't have any login information for it, I'm sure you can email tech support and say, I can't get in here, or try to register for an account and somebody will somehow get you tied into that.
Now, can multiple people be authorized like to the same account? Like, for example, Greg Boy and one of our other instructors?
I believe so, yeah. I think it's free to sign up. I think basically you just say, here's what institution I'm with, here's my email, create an account, and it should be that easy and that quick. And then when you email in for tech support questions, that information will be in the system, and on our end then we can see and say, oh, Greg's from SDSU, here's his phone number, here's his site information, once we pair you as a person with the rest of that information.
So, a good idea for everyone, you and Dollar, and maybe you could create an account with the same site number.
Yeah, because then the benefit for you guys is on your side, you can punch in and do somewhat of a quick search for documentation. There are some AeroPro training videos that will be on there. Some are on YouTube, but some are specific to the portal website. And then all the manuals are on there, and then quick search for anything that might not be here could also be on there as well. And then it ties into the tech support and everything. So that would be a good thing to have.
Can we get quotes and all that from that?
Not automatically generated. You could start the conversation if you didn't know who your sales guy was. You can always, yeah, okay. You can always email the tech support if you said, hey, I'm trying to do this and I don't think I have this option, and then tech support would find who is assigned to your site for sales, get them hooked into the conversation as well. So documentation, server PC, great. Software, we talked about 2 main things with the small add-on, so AeroPro, Data Display, and the MTS runtime piece of things. Sensors, gauges, Data Display, more documentation. Yep. I do still want to grab a copy of your HWI file off of that system if possible.
Sure.
And then past that, I don't have anything else. I'll give you my training exercise thing, which kind of runs through that initial sensor creation piece of things. And then I have installation acceptance documentation if you want to look through and sign. So this is, I got 2 copies, one for me, one for you guys. And I'll kind of go through this. So this is the project number, this is the customer, obviously you guys, and then FlexStack data acquisition system. Today's the 5th. Still surprised it's April. So all I did was I went through the quote and I set this out into a couple different sections. So inventory of components, basically scope of supply, what did we sell and what did we deliver. So I got the quote line items for what is here. So it's the FlexStack. So we've got 1 FlexStack that was supplied, 1 client PC, and then 2 monitors, and then the Ethernet cable to go between. As far as software, we supplied the DAC application and the data display application. As far as installation and commissioning, you did most of this for me. Attach all required cables, power on, verify connection of equipment and connectivity, and then verify data system operation. That I think we've kind of run through a couple times today. And then training on site. Basically, training is more or less open-ended. It's at 1 day. FlexStack AeroPro data acquisition training, hardware and software, and I just put one line item for that. And the way AeroPro or Aero system acceptance stuff goes, there's 3 different checkbox options. Feel free to choose the 3. Basically what these are is it says you accept it and start system warranty. Other option is accept it with certain issues. So if there's open items, we can list open items. And then acceptance would still start system warranty with the exception of some notable items. Or the last one is does not operate, at which point I don't allow it to continue to be operated because warranty won't start until it would be accepted on site. And then we fill everything out and sign the date. And then we do it twice because I didn't have a photocopier, so. So read through, take a look. We can check the boxes and.
This is your baby. Do you want to read through this also, or?
It's okay, I can read through this.
So let's check off everything that we have right here, right?
Yep.
How do you feel about it, Greg? How do you feel about it? Do you have still some questions?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's for sure, right?
Oh yeah. Lots of questions. No, we just have to dive into it. Oh man, perfect timing.
I think it's a lot for anybody for a day.
One day, yeah.
It's like 10 times, 100 times more what we're gonna need it for.
Okay.
And it's just navigating through this, and it's just another software package that we're gonna have to learn, or you're gonna have to learn to for continuity for your students
Yeah,
that are in
sure.
structures. This is one of the most complex platforms that I've dealt with, but
I think still easier than National Instruments, I should say.
yeah,
That was good.
you need to be a programmer for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
This, I think we can get something flying on this. Once we run through, setting up sensors and stuff, I think it'll be a lot easier once it's already kind of, maybe there's an easier way to set things up, so we don't have to go them all in hand, but, I mean, just saving it is freaking complex as heck. Hardware and software, or does that leave that empty?
Yeah, I just
On-site
said training is training and
part of it?
yeah, not to really dig too far into what training would be because I figured it would be more of a fluid item.
Question is, you gonna be able to get Rob in here to start learning this stuff?
I don't think we will ever learn.
You can go ahead and grab the file.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have anything open? Any issue?
I don't.
And I will still take a look more at the wiring options because I am also interested in terms of how excitation can and could or should be used.
Okay.
So maybe I'll take some details on that inclinometer because
Thank you so much. That would be very much appreciated. I don't know if you need to write it here or no. It's okay.
No.
Okay.
That's on our end, not on their end. That's just kind
Go
of
for
courtesy
the
thing.
first, yeah.
You want your name on this, or you want my name on this?
We can do both, I prefer. Just put your initials, I'll put my initials. Is it okay?
what's that?
I'll just put mine, or one or the other, what do you think?
It
Maybe.
Doesn't matter, right?
it doesn't matter so much.
I can
Whoever's
put mine if you want to.
tried like aloe vera gel?
Doesn't help.
Really?
Nothing helps, dude.
Well-
You gotta run the course. I had a little spot like that years and years ago, and just when you think it's getting better, dude, it starts boiling like the lava, it starts oozing. It's like, oh my god.
How about satin numbing cream? Is it Aspercream with the lidocaine in the? I think it's Aspercream.
And that stuff like sting.
No, it numbs you. It's supposed. It's like a numbing cream.
I have Benadryl